Well, good afternoon, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of Trap Lines and Inlines. Today we're working on the off-grid cabin here, and today we're going to be finally putting on the wooden siding out of rough cut wooden planks here. It's going to be quite a long process. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of cutting, a lot of measuring, but it's going to save me a lot of money using this here as siding, and I think it's going to give it a real nice, unique, uniform look here. We're going to be putting wooden planks and we're going to be shingling them the whole way up on every inch of the cabin, and then we're going to be making some homemade stain there and staining up all the lumber. So stay tuned there, guys. It's going to be a good video. I'm real excited for this one. It's probably going to get a little long there, but anyways, guys, let's get at her. I'm just starting off by building a frame around the door here with 2x4s. The reason for this is because we're gonna be shingling these boards. So without something here, some piece of trim or something, you'd be able to see the house wrap from right in here, which would not be desired, which would not be good. And I really don't mind the look of exposed nails. I know it probably bothers some people, but it just adds to the rustic appeal for me. I'm just lining that up with the door jamb. Cut 45s into the top of this and to the top piece, but not on the bottom. I think it'll give a pretty decent look there. And I'm just nailing into the framing of the door. So we'll get this one tacked in too. These are 3.5 inch nails. That's what I'm going to be using for all this wood plank siding and everything. Definitely overkill. But that'll be fine. I'll put a couple more nails in here and show you the finished product. Okay, so I've started off here, found a nice straight and clean one to put on the bottom. Tack in nails. I go about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, honestly. And these are rough cut 1x12s, like real rough, so. And you know, they've been sitting out in the elements and they're covered with all sorts of stuff, but that's not a problem. We'll stain them up and it'll cover a lot of that stuff up. If you think I'm going to sand this all, you got another thing coming. So there's a lot of eyeballing, like taking a step back and looking whereabouts you're at, Oh, come on. I found where all my studs are on the first one, and now I just have a line of nails to follow. And I'm putting one in every stud. So this is gonna make the cabin extremely strong, actually. Cutting these slots in the wood with the skill saw is just a bit of a pain in the ass, honestly, but it just looks so damn good. Oh, come on. There we go. You could find other ways to cheat that a bit by, you know, maybe overlapping into greater distance, but it just looks so good when you cut them slots out, When I put that other side, I marked where that board came up to, and then I found a board thick enough so that when I overlap these, I can overlap these without seeing, because these are such a variety of sizes and whatnot. So as it stands now, it's level here and over here, so that when I put my next board and cut the slot into it, it's gonna look good, eh? And there's not gonna be any open spaces, be easy to measure to cut it, eh? So we'll nail this one in here. Make sure everything's looking good. Dandy. Did not think that through. Oh. Mint. Oh, fuck. Oh, perfect. Well, it's getting late in the north here. I didn't get up till late evening here today. But take a gander at this, guys. I don't know how well this camera even does this justice, but it just looks so good. It's getting dark here now, so if you move this damn chair out of the way, it just pops. It looks awesome, man. It's gonna be hard to stain that, but no sense pissing around here in the dark. Pack of wolves around, like I said. I'll probably get them on camera howling here anyway. But I got one of my favorite meals. You get 4 slices of bread, lather up with butter. We got some chicken corn chowder, whatever kind of soup you got. And yeah, I just can't believe how awesome this is looking, guys. And yeah, I gotta add a shot of the good stuff here too. Celebrate a good day. Oh, I'm out. Anyway, and by the good stuff, I mean whatever was at on the discount rack at the LC there, boys. So we'll carry on the morning. Gonna hit the hay here now, and well, I'll probably get some video here of wolves howling right outside my cabin again. We're giving her here at bush camp this morning. Just having my first cup of morning coffee. You can see I just finished up this wall here, the front wall, while my my coffee was brewing. This has just turned out really nice. I am beyond pleased with how this has turned out. Eat your oatmeal, my boy. Oh. I'm using my ladder as a tripod, so this is a tad difficult. Yeah, really starting to come along here nicely. Keeping a fire going, just kind of trying to keep up with all this scrap that accumulates around here, and to make a lot of bush coffees. But you know, man, there's something about these boards, like I'm getting into the real, like some of these are pink. I don't know how they're pink, but they're pink. And some of these are pretty dark. I'm a little worried about the pink ones. These ones got dirt all over them. Like this is a pretty ugly pile. But like I said, it's kind of just perfectly imperfect, you know, like you put them up here and all of a sudden it looks deadly. First wall done here, guys. It's looking really good. There's no doubt it's slow going. Once you get on that ladder, like I said, like I put 2 nails in, do my measurements, get the board, set it on the nails, tack it in, see if it's relatively straight. If it's not, I gotta move it up and down the ladder, and that's what takes up all your time, eh? So yeah, but this is looking real nice here. It'd be nice to get this front bit done here. I'll probably save the gable ends for right at the end because they're a bit of a pain in the ass, but see what we can do here, guys. Keep giving her here. Looks like we might get rained on though. Shoot. Well, getting late here now, big time. Got to start on the front of the cabin here. It's looking really nice. Yeah, really happy with how everything's turning out, but I am beat. I'll show you better here. I am beat, that's for sure. Oh, ready for bed. I think it'd be about nearly 8 o'clock, I think. Got a fire going, just cooked dinner. I'm some hungry. 2 different kinds of soup, 6 slices of bread. Deadly. And yeah, we're gonna call it a night here, guys. Hopefully get lots done tomorrow. Be up first thing, that's for sure. Well, another day, another dollar here, guys. Just getting up here, getting water going for my morning coffee. I've built quite a rager here. I don't like waiting around for my morning coffee, but we'll have to get back at her. Unfortunately, I can't stay all day today. I think there'll be about another day's work here on the siding after today, but we'll do the best we can here. Well, still giving her here today. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of time. Oh my god, that is perfect. There's seriously no better feeling than sliding one of them into place. That just goes perfectly. Gotta love it. What am I doing? Yeah, so I'm pretty well, like, other than this side of the cabin, I just got the gables to do, which is going to take a lot of time with these planks here. So I'm kind of saving it for the end because I don't really want to do it, to be honest with you. But check that out. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Beautiful. Show you how the front's looking here. I did a little bit here this morning, but see, I'm right up to the gable end of the cabin there. Like, it's gonna take a while, and I just do this stuff here. And then we'll get to that another day. Okay, because we're doing a 10-foot wall and we're using 8-foot slices, I have to always cut a little slice here for the ends to get the full distance there. So like I just hold it there, get it where I think is pretty good and straight. It don't have to be perfect, but mind you, there is a lot of guess and checking, so kind of take a step back here and there. And I try and find boards that are the same thickness to join together, because I got all different sorts of shapes and sizes. There's no stud there. I don't know why I'm nailing it, but anyway. So yeah, I just try and keep everything nice and straight and keep going here. Mint. Well, another wall done there. Got that side done up all the way to the top of the cabin. And yeah, that's good to get done. I guess now all that's left is, you know, just the gable ends on the roof. I got quite a few little pieces I want to put. I want to cover up this front piece of the skids and deck boards there, and there's quite a few little pieces there for the overhanging support, kind of my 4x4 support post there, so I'll have to get that licked. But I'm just in love with how this turned out. I wasn't sure about it, honestly, but it's really looking nice. I really can't wait to see what it looks like once we stain it. We'll be staining it here pretty quick. Really can't wait for that. You can see I got a whole pile of boards here that are these are like secondary ones that aren't gonna work out for the siding. I'll use them for fencing or something. These ones need to be burned. I've either split them somehow or they're rotted. But you know, I can't even imagine, like, this is gonna be really quite strong, because I got a layer of plywood on there, and then every single stud is nailed in with these boards I've placed. Like, I've nailed into every single stud, every cripple stud, every single stud, eh? So there's just an unbelievable amount of side to side strength on this cabin. And you know, it looks awesome. Okay, so we're not quite done the siding, but my family wanted to come out to the cabin, so we're gonna do some staining here, get a good bit of it done, and we're making some homemade stain, because to do this entire cabin in just regular stain, buying it would be a lot of money. So we're doing a 1-to-1 ratio diesel and oil. Use diesel oil. Oh Jesus, this is a mess, but going 1-to-1 ratio, because that's what some guy told me on the internet. And this is used diesel oil. There's a ton of it from the old 12 valve there. So we took in a 5-gallon pail and mixed half diesel approximately. Approximately half diesel and half used oil, and then we'll stir it up, see how it turns out. You can turn it off now.
How do I do that?
Just press the button on the top. Wait till you guys see this. Wow, did this ever turn out deadly. All the shades bothering her now, but yesterday my mom and my sister came out, helped me do some staining there. We used motor oil and diesel fuel, mixture at a 1-to-1, and we did a decent bit of staining there. Geez, this camera isn't picking it up worth a damn, but good God, does it look deadly. Looks really nice there. Got that whole side done, and then we did a little more over on this side and a little bit on the back. This camera does not want to pick this up worth a damn, but I can assure you guys it really looks deadly. But the day has kind of slipped away on me here. It's already late afternoon. I grabbed some supplies, and you know, you get visiting with every guy in the town. But picked up just a few more boards there to finish it off. I grabbed quite a few more than I needed, to be honest, but better safe than sorry. We'll get it all put together here. Let's get at her. Okay, so I'm just working on staining the last part, the front wall, and then I'm all done with staining, except for the corners and a couple very small pieces that I've been procrastinating. Okay, the camera's not going to pick this up well because it's kind of a shady, overcast day. It's been snowing all day here, and because we're shaded in here. But you know, this stain is really growing on me. Originally I was like, oh shit, that's dark and ugly. I don't know, it's kind of like it's a real dark brown with, like, it's got a bit of a black tinge to it, but it really grew on me quick, actually. I just mixed this stuff 1-to-1, diesel and oil. Now I guess you could play around with that ratio a bit, a little more oil or a little less oil, a little more diesel might make it lighter, but I've already got this 1-to-1 and it's pretty darn runny, actually, eh? But you know, it dries up nice once you're done with it. It really looks the grains really pop, and it really looks nice, eh? So I spent $10 and bought a proper staining brush. My only regret is that I didn't buy it sooner. It really works nice because this rough cut lumber, it's incredibly coarse and textured that it just ruins a paintbrush, and it's so hard because those paintbrushes aren't designed for it, and it takes forever to get all the little grooves and whatnot, eh? But with this brush, it just works so nice, and it gets it nice and even. I'll have to, when I put this corner piece on, it'll sturdy that up, these little pieces, or you can nail them right into on the flap here. You see this one's pretty flimsy, but so yeah, it's really looking nice. I can't wait to show you guys the finished product. I am beyond happy with how it looks. So I mixed 5 gallons of this stain, and I thank you guys for telling me about it, that you can make a stain out of oil and diesel. It was through the YouTube comments that I learned about it, and I've used 5 gallons here just about now, and that to buy that much stain would have been $60 a gallon. Would have cost me like $300. Off how nice this brush has been. I've stained the whole cabin with this brush, and it's about 2 days of staining so far, and it's still holding up awesome. If you're gonna do any serious staining project, buy one of these. You can use a roller and cover this ground faster, sure, but then when you get to this stuff underneath, you have to use the big brush anyway, and it just takes up more time. So I just use the one brush, especially when you're way up on the ladder, and coming up and down that ladder just takes forever. Being that it's on such a rough surface, it takes so much more stain. Like the 2x4s I've stained here on the door frames took so much less, and it looks incredibly different, which is fine. It really makes the door pop, but it's gonna look a lot different on a smoother surface for sure. And it's nice in around these windows. Say you get some on the window, I just carry like a grease rag in my ass pocket, and she's gone, eh? So I just steamroll through there and then wipe it up. But don't get any on the glass, because that's a pain in the ass. The soffit's a different deal. It gets in the grooves, and that's a pain in the ass. Okay, so I'll keep giving her, just finish up this little section here, then we'll build our corner pieces. And boys, I can't wait to show you the finished product. Okay, let's experiment. So we got oil on this stain on a rag. It's gonna burn like hell. Right? Good smelling. Oh, I shouldn't be fucking around with fire right next to this cabin covered in oil. But once it dries and cures and the lumber takes to it, like this here that I used as a test block when we first started, this is perfectly dry. You cannot light it on fire. Okay, show you what I'm doing here now. So I'm making corner pieces. So I take one big board and I split it right up the center. You can see I've made one here for the back wall here, and it takes a couple pieces to do it. Then I nail them together and then join them up, and you can see how these ones here are really looking good. So you can see I had to use 2 pieces on these side ones. So I made sure that the intersections were at the same place on both sides, so it looks nice and level. And this camera never does quite a good job of picking up the stain here and everything, but it looks dandy. I think it looks a lot better from where I'm standing than what the camera's picking up, though, honestly, guys. Yeah, it looks awesome. Okay, just about done. You know, I gotta get done here today, and hopefully can do a little cleaning today too, so we'll get at her. Well, I'm finally done with all the siding and staining of the cabin, and by God does it feel good to be done. It took an incredible amount of work, and time to get this project done, but I am beyond happy with the results. So I had bought a bundle of 160 rough cut 1x12s for about 500 bucks, and with that bundle I built my deck, my door, sided my entire cabin, and I still have a ton of secondary quality boards to use for fencing and whatever else. So it was a great investment. As for the stain, I used just about, like, so close to 5 gallons of stain. I saved $300 by using recycled oil and diesel fuel. I spent like $15 on diesel, but whatever, not even that much. So I've also had some time today to do a little bit of cleaning. That was long overdue, so that's good to be done with. But I still have a lot more to do, a lot more cleaning to do here, but I'm running out of daylight to finish off this video and room in my truck box. Winter's coming soon. The next couple things here for the cabin, I just ordered a very small solar system to power lights and charging stuff in the cabin there, so we'll get a video on that here shortly. I'm constantly looking for a good deal on a wood stove there. I gotta find a nice one, hopefully one that comes with all the chimneys, so I don't sink a whole bunch of money into that. Got to get that put in, and got to get my chickens moved out ASAP. That's honestly one of the highest priorities at this point. But with it being this cold, like, I slept there the one night and it froze, and I froze. Like, it was pretty cold, and it's colder than that now. So without insulation, I haven't been staying over, which, you know, kind of sucks. I know I could, but it'd be pretty uncomfortable. And this 3 hours a day driving BS is not cutting it right now. So anyway, boys and girls, thanks for watching another episode of Trap Lines and Inlines. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was entertaining or informative. And yeah, if you want to see more of the cabin build, the off-grid homestead build here, and all the cool outdoor living stuff we'll be doing here real shortly, feel free to join the channel. So anyways, guys, until the next time.